thriving in the midst of change. It used to be that death and taxes were the only things you could count on in life. Now change has to be added to that list. Just think about how fast the world around you is changing. Sometimes changes are little, and sometimes they're really big ones. They may be changes that you've been looking forward to, or situations you didn't choose. Could even be events that you wanted to happen that didn't. Some big changes could cause you to question who you are and what your life is about, or even your belief system. You may feel as if your anchor has come loose and you're drifting without any direction. Our challenge is to deal with the aftermath of the big changes that happen to us in ways that allow us to benefit from them. Today we're going to talk about the 3 phases you go through as you deal with the aftermath of a significant change that happens in your life. Understanding that will help you not just survive, but even thrive because of it. So just what is transition? How is it different than change? A significant change is an event that happens and it alters your roles, how you define yourself, your responsibilities, what you have to do, your routines, how you live each day, or your attitudes about yourself and others. When a change is significant to you, it triggers the process we call transition. That is the process of dealing with how that event affected your life and, almost more importantly, what it means for you. Transitions are highly stressful, often painful, opportunities for significant personal growth. Most of us don't understand the transition process. Becoming aware of what's going on for you internally as change is going on in your external world will help you feel less lost and more in control. Transitions have 3 phases: the ending, the time of confusion, and embracing the new. How many of you have ever done a major home remodeling project? In many ways, a transition is like a remodeling project. Imagine for a few minutes that you are totally renovating your kitchen. You may have decided to do it because your kitchen was outdated and you wanted a new look, a situation you're choosing. Or you may be doing it because last week while you were heating some oil on the stove, the phone rang and you forgot about the oil and it caught on fire. Have you ever seen pictures of a kitchen fire? Not pretty. The cabinets are charred and the ceiling is black. Clearly something you didn't choose to have happen. But it doesn't matter whether you're remodeling your kitchen because you wanted to do it or because you had a fire. The project starts with an ending. The contractor tears out all the old stuff, the appliances, the cabinets, everything. The transition process begins with an ending too. Then there's a time when the old kitchen doesn't look much like a kitchen anymore, but it isn't the new kitchen yet either. This is an unsettling time. Things are a mess, you can't cook, you wonder if it's going to turn out the way you imagine it. It's the time of confusion in a transition, and it sometimes takes a lot longer than you'd like. Then finally, the new kitchen emerges. In your transition, the ending is letting go of your old reality, the way things were inwardly as well as outwardly for you. Yet sometimes letting go is a difficult process, especially if you didn't want the change that triggered the transition. But even when you're looking forward to change, it can be difficult to let go of your old reality. Why do you think that is? Because we often define ourselves by our roles and responsibilities, the ones we like and the ones we don't. So if I define myself as the Vice President of Client Services for a global market research company, which is what I was, who was I the day after I retired? I no longer had that title or the authority and responsibilities that went with that role. When that happened to me, part of me was relieved because I was ready for a change, but I had to let go of all the good and bad feelings that went along with that image I had of myself. It's important to let go because your old identity can stand in the way of your transformation. It's kind of like someone blocking your image when you're looking in a mirror. This may keep you from seeing the wonderful opportunity for self-renewal that transitions bring. Letting go of your old bonds allows your new identity to emerge, but letting go of the old makes us feel vulnerable until the new and better fitting identity emerges. Do you remember playing on monkey bars in a playground when you were young? C.S. Lewis, the novelist and poet, once said, "Getting over a painful experience is much like crossing monkey bars. You have to let go at some point in order to move forward." Doing this during this often emotionally challenging time, your relationships play a key role. Whether it's your partner, your family, or your friends, you need them for support. You need to be able to count on them to be there for you. But sometimes the emotional stress of the transition creates tension in the relationship. If that happens to you, take time to take care of the relationship. Strengthening it will help you cope with the transition. Ending a phase of your life may feel